Hello again and welcome back to another one. And at this point, maybe it's time we admit that there's a pattern for popular Eminem detractors. It doesn't take long for things to start falling apart for them. Some begin to look to greener pastures and switch genres, some lose their magazine, and we have a new example to cover here today. And as we dive in, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. By the way, yesterday I played a game with y'all urging for 500 likes in 4 hours, and it looks like this picture put the fear of God in some of y'all, as that video hit 500 in just over an hour. So let's make this a routine. Hit that like button. So first of all, based on US market share, Eminem still has Interscope on his back in 2020, leading the way for the label as they remain at the top so far. And moving on, Rolling Stone magazine has updated their list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, and the Eminem Show misses out on the party as MMLP and the Slim Shady LP come in at number 145 and 352 respectively on the list. But there isn't much to celebrate here based on some questionable albums that also made the list and rank higher, and add the fact that Rolling Stone never really praised Eminem albums in their reviews to begin with, and I'll explain. The Slim Shady LP, for instance, was rated 3.5 stars by the magazine, and as we know, ratings matter the most when an album is fresh, so nothing to see here, to be honest. On Reddit, one user reacts to the list. "I hate how the Eminem Show is constantly ignored and written out of history, and albums like Take Care and College Dropout rank higher than Eminem's best on the list, but that's expected from a magazine that gave the Slim Shady LP 3.5 out of 5 stars. Nothing shocking here." And we move on to Eminem detractors turning on each other. That has prompted reactions from the likes of Royce, Crook, and Budden. A few weeks ago, I covered how Royce called out Vlad for disrespecting the minister, and Royce urged Vlad to apologize, else they won't have a relationship. And now it looks like one of his closest associates, El Jamar, is also calling for Vlad to be cancelled. Yes, it is official. Godfrey and myself will no longer associate with Vlad for not apologizing to the minister after misquoting him, as well as believing that brothers can't affect his bottom line. Let's show him that we made him and now we will break him. Now, in a recent video, Jamar also had to slip in talk about Eminem stating that brothers didn't back him up when Eminem was disrespecting him.
You know, these motherfuckers let Eminem talk shit about me and let him just...
La playa había subido la marea.
And this is comical because he used Vlad's platform to gain relevance again by dissing Eminem, and now that it is convenient to throw Vlad under the bus, he is now on the wagon to cancel Vlad. A snake move if you ask me. And on Twitter, Crook dropped a question on the issue. "Y'all think the culture really gonna cancel DJ Vlad?" And a user replied stating, "Nope. Fools like my son El Jamar Charlemagne Boosie will sit and gossip with him. He's a culture vulture, and people in hip-hop media should have distanced themselves from that clown ages ago." And under this particular thread, in regards to why El Jamar is only switching up on Vlad right now, a user expands on what I pointed out earlier. Cause it's the popular thing to do. Jamar sat openly on that couch after they'd had one of their 15 minutes let's dump on Eminem conversations they had every time he went on the show. He told Vlad to his face that unlike Eminem, he knew he wasn't a vulture and he had genuine love. So the sudden switch up on Vlad by Jamar certainly looks to be a trend move, since for the longest time, Vlad has had this reputation, yet he still ran to his couch. Those of you that have been following this channel for a while remember that anytime Eminem responded to Jamar on a track, the inside joke was that Jamar was stuck in traffic, heading to Vlad's couch anytime it took a while to respond to Eminem, but he's switched up now. Royce shared a clip of Jamar on IG with the caption, "I'm proud of these two brothers. Let's not support anybody who doesn't respect us."
He said he's sticking to his guns. He's not apologizing. All right, well, you've now lost two of your biggest draws to your channel.
You naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
And you can peep Budden in the comments stating, "And that's on, period." And there are some in the replies that stand with Vlad oddly. Vlad is doing what a man needs to do, stand by his words. He doesn't need to apologize for nothing. Now, Royce also reminded Vlad about an incident with Rick Ross.
You know who you're never going to disrespect again, DJ Vlad? Rick Ross. Because he spoke to you using a language that you understand.
A reference to this report, DJ Vlad files $4 million lawsuit against Rick Ross over alleged Ozone Awards beatdown, and as the report goes, Vlad was awarded $300K for the beatdown. Most people in the replies to Crook believe Vlad will not be cancelled in the long run, it will be back to business as usual. So share your thoughts on these topics below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.